I could hear the past crowds with Sam Harris chirping in my head, saying that this militant Islamist thing, springs from, generates from the text itself, and it just keeps re-emerging itself like a monster, no matter what this guy Hamid is saying. It's in the text, and they're just following the text, and it's always there to be discovered. I mean, how do you respond to that? You think historically it's inaccurate?
Islam,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I always say, I'm not in a position to go to Osama bin Laden and say you are not a good Muslim. Of
yeah,
course, he's a good Muslim. The same way that I'm not in a position to go to this ultra-Zionist ministers in cabinet of Netanyahu and say you're not really a good Jew. Who am I to like? Nobody can go and say you're not Jewish enough or a good Jewish, or for me to go. Of course, they're Muslim. Of course, they have every right, and they go to the Quran and they find passages in the Quran that justifies their action. But it is the same Quran that generated Ibn Arabi and generated Rumi. Rumi is the most popular poet in United States. How did that happen? Now they try to de-Islamize Rumi, that Rumi is a mystic or whatever, or a New Age character. No, he is not. He was a Muslim mystic. And in fact, there is an expression in Persian that his Masnavi is Quran in Persian. So you cannot say no, only Osama bin Laden and others are Muslim, and this fantastic array of philosophers and mystics and poets and scientists that they are not Muslims. Why? Why? By what authority? See, it's a contorted view. I mean, Islam is capable of violence as everything else is capable of violence. Was Christianity not capable of violence during the Crusades? Was Judaism not capable of Zionism and the genocide that it is now being committed in the name of horrified Jews around the globe who don't have anything to do with this genocide? Of course. So militant Muslims, Osama bin Laden, etc., they have had Mullah Omar. They have had every right as Muslims to go to the text of the Quran and find one thing or another that they think justifies their barbaric behavior. So we cannot completely exonerate Islam of everything, nor can we exonerate Judaism or Islam or Buddhism. Is Buddhism exonerated? Look at Myanmar.
yeah.
I mean, we always thought Buddhism is the most humane, the gentlest form of religion. So the issue ultimately, Jay, is not we should not fixate on one religion or
Yeah.
another. Is the same way to fixate on Judaism? No, Judaism from the very beginning was Zionism. It's just gibberish. It's total gibberish.